Joker here. You wanna know how I got these scars? Why so serious? But anyways, it's me again. It's HorrorFan34, and welcome to another video. And I can't believe we're on the last day of the challenge, day 31 of the 31 Days of Horror challenge in October. And I figured I'd switch up the background for when I do videos. I figured I'd do it, with my movie shelf in the background and things like that. I think that'd be a better fit, maybe a better background for you guys. And it's easier. I can sit on this stool and I can set my MacBook in front on my bed, so I can film it from this way. So that way I'm not, crossing my legs over, my foot is falling asleep or anything like that. So I figured this would be an easier setup. And of course I wore this costume on the live stream last night, so I hope you guys enjoyed that live stream. If whoever joined us on there, thank you very much for joining us on there. It was a blast to do. And now we are getting on to the day 31 of the challenge. I figured I ended off with a very underrated 80s slasher film that I always thought was great. And if you can tell by the title of the video already, that review is going to be on Intruder. Now, Intruder was a film that was released in, I want to say it was 89, 1988 or 89, somewhere around there. It says 88, but I know some other places say 89. So I guess technically 89, or I don't really know, because it says 88 on the back. So I don't know. But I always thought this film was a very underrated slasher. And it has a really cool premise. The basic idea with Intruder is that, let me fix this a little bit here. The Blu-ray's kind of cockeyed a little bit in the case, but I think that's better now. Yeah, that's better. But the basic idea with Intruder is that it's about a supermarket that's going out of business, and basically all the employees are being killed off by this unknown killer, and it's kind of like this whole thing of like who the killer is and things like that. I will warn you though, before I get on to what I like about the movie, so I have an itch inside my mask, but I'm going to give you a fair warning about this movie. Don't watch the trailer, because the trailer to this film gives way too many hints to who the killer is and things like that. It's a really shitty trailer, and it's cut together very badly. So I would not recommend watching the trailer to this. If you really want to see this film, do not watch the trailer, because it'll give away the twist very, very, very quickly. So if you go into this film, you're not going to get who the killer is right from the get-go. It's going to take you at least a little bit to figure it out on your own, which is what I did. And the twist is pretty cool and all that stuff when you find out who the killer is. Now, the cast of the film, you have Renee Estevez, who was in Sleepaway Camp 2. Danny Hicks, I know he recently passed away. May he rest in peace, Danny Hicks. Very good actor. You also have Ted Raimi and Sam Raimi together in a movie. I think it was on the DVD of this. They advertised it as Bruce Campbell as one of the stars, and Bruce Campbell's only in it at the very end for like a minute as a cop. So he's not really a star of the film, but he's in the film though, but not for a cameo. But everybody, these guys are the stars, like Danny Hicks, Sam Raimi, Ted Raimi, things like that. And what I really like about this film is, first off, the setting. I think it's a really cool setting that takes place inside of a supermarket. I always thought that was a really cool idea for a slasher film, and it's a really underrated slasher film, because not many people talk about this film when it comes to 80s slashers. Like, when people think of like 80s slasher films, they always think of, Friday the 13th, Elm Street. The Burning gets talked about a lot, which is cool. The Prowler. What other slasher films that are out there? April Fool's Day, I guess that has somewhat of a fan base as well. So, but not many people bring up Intruder that much. And I think it's underrated. I think it's very underrated. First off, and the best thing about this film is the special effects themselves, the gore effects. They're really, really well done. Really good gore effects. Yeah, done by K&B. The gore effects are done by K&B. And the gore effects in here are excellent. Like, especially watch the director's cut, which is the unrated cut, because like I know when they released this many years ago, they cut all the gore out, which I thought was stupid. So they put back all the gore in this movie, and boy, it's getting hot in this mask. But I got to keep it on for this review. So what I really like is the gore effect. So first off, there's a scene where there's a guy. Basically, it's one of those things where the butchers use in like side of like a deli, kind of like area in a supermarket where they cut the meat, things like that. You see a guy get cut like right across his face, like this, all in one shot, and his head gets cut in half by this like meat cutter. Sam Raimi's death is pretty gruesome when he gets his face right into a hook. Ted Raimi gets a knife to the head, things like that. Like I said, there's some really, really good gore effects. It's really graphic, very gory, but very, very well done special effects. Very, very well done. And also the musical score is pretty good, too, by, I don't know who did the score, but it's got a pretty good score as well to the film. And overall, it's one of those, like, underrated 80s slasher films that not many people bring up much, so if you're a big fan of like 80s slasher films, you want to see one of the more underrated ones, and you want to see a cool concept, I definitely recommend Intruder. And it's also got a good cast. I mean, you got Bruce Campbell in a cameo, you have Ted Raimi and Sam Raimi, Renee Estevez, Danny Hicks. Very well directed as well by Scott Spiegel, who I think did Hostel 3, and I think he did a couple of other things as well. But it's definitely one of the best 80s slasher films out there. But that's pretty much it for my review for Intruder, and thank you very much for watching. This challenge was a lot of fun to do, and I hope you guys enjoy them. So I know I got quite a few comments on my marathon of reviews, and a lot of people love them, so thank you very much for watching all of them, and I will see you guys next time.